Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. And that'll carry over the back line. Out of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. One thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And to put a bow on it, next-gen stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here's Lewis. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, one set. Check right, 54. Line 54. Hey, let's get this.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And past the 40. The 40's out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now this time Rodgers will throw. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. There he goes right side. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones 27 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a give. This is McKinnon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Handoff, it's McKinnon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. 7-7, our score after 1.
With the score time, 7-7.
And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Mahomes Mahomes will try again on second down. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end, Gray. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 15-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, 15 yards, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to
try to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that play's not going to go in their highlight reel at the end of the season, but the only benefit to the offense, maybe a little more space if they want to throw the football now after taking that loss.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. A dump down to McKinnon. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 89 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point try now for Crosby. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal.
17. Packers 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right?
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Got an open man, it's Pringle. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And again, it's Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Here's McKinnon. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Packers 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here comes Cobb. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Check line 54. Line 54. Record.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
54. It's been a long day. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 54. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, defense, let's go.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
These two teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gott.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gott, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And here's Lewis. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's to the 10, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. A throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
Mahomes now to throw. Screen play, McKinnon.
Everything happens.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Well, it doesn't matter where you put him, lined up in the backfield or split out like he was there. He can be a weapon when he gets that ball in his hands. Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here's Lewis. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Now a play fake. Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And he will be taken down with a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. On play action. Now Rodgers. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
On play action, Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. This is caught, and it's a Packers touchdown. Randall Cobb, 31 yards. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Crosby connects on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. On 1st down, Mahomes. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. Now Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 1st down, McKinnon, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They give to Burton, the fullback. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down. Harrison Butker on the field goal. A 24-yard line.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. The Browns kicker, Cody Parkey, all set, and off we go from First Energy Stadium. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he... opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now Allen going to back away and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play action, Allen. And incomplete to open things up.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Allen off the play fake. Finding Knox there, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Allen now on first down. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. A gain of 6 there on first. Now Allen again. He'll go right back to Beasley. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Operating from the red zone now, Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On play action, Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it. And we saw evidence of that right there. Parkey with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term,
and that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. first down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Play action. Now it's Allen. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Second and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Well, that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And you'd think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Allen now on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. The kick by Bass is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18.
The Cleveland offense ready to go
as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Back to it after the pick 6, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's a 1-yard touchdown run for Nick Chubb. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Allen's throw going to be taken in by Knox.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone will come free.
And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Zach Moss,
27 yards. And the Bills have once again taken the lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Browns drive about to get started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Give him 30 yards there. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher. An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Now he's flushed out right. First down and more for Allen. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Zach Moss.
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
A.J. Epinesa
able to get him for a loss of about 3. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, he's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? They've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Shreds the tackle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 yards there, just like last play. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown.
Zach Moss
from 3 yards out. And the Bills will extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Browns' drive about to get started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
Parkey adds the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Started, and we are underway here on EA Sports.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's... Dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Prescott. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 34. To throw, it's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they can't bring him down. Oh, he sheds himself free. Touchdown, Cardinals.
CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy that runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Here's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Prescott now. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Prescott. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing. Prescott. Got an open man to tight end Jarwin. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his receiver, Cooper.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Murray.
They'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. Edmonds a first down and more. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Play fake. Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 7.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Ito Smith, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back there and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though.
Yeah.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Third and short yardage. Prescott. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Now Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off around the 27, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercepted. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Play action. Now it's Murray.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and second down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Murray again. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Max Williams, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
This is Tony Pollard. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Let's go,
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining.
Well, indeed, try to run it out as they start on the ground. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Jalen Thompson picks it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gaudin.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even...
There he goes left side. 20, 10, for touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that